Hi, we are back talking about medical marijuana. This is a medical marijuana update for January 11th, 2019. Things are starting to happen in Missouri, and it's a phenomenal time. It's a very, very interesting time to be involved with the growth of a brand new market in our state. My name is Patrick Nolan. I'm an attorney licensed in the state of Missouri. This is Pat Talks Law. Hi, we are back talking about medical marijuana. This is a medical marijuana update for January 11th, 2019. Things are starting to happen in Missouri, and it's a phenomenal time. It's a very, very interesting time to be involved with the growth of a brand new market in our state. This is incredible. An industry that's growing up whole. It's the first time this has happened in a century. We're going back probably to the automobile or to the growth of the computer industry in California. Missouri was the 32nd state to authorize medical marijuana. We're a little bit behind the ball on that, but there's still a lot of potential and growth in Missouri for this. First off, the state published emergency rules. Now, the emergency rules that came out, the emergency rule 19 CSR 30-95.020 was released in December, and it covered the pre-filed fee application fees that people submitted, which has gone great guns. We've had more than $2 million submitted in pre-filed fees in the first 5 days. Think about that, $2 million in 5 days. That should give everyone pause for a moment that's interested in medical marijuana. With the kind of money that's already rolling through the door, it's clear that the state legislature is going to have to find a way to get their hands on this money. This money is earmarked. The pre-filed, the fee application fees, the license fees, all of that money goes to the Department of Health and Senior Services. And there's nothing the legislature can do about that. The 4% sales tax that's collected when we are actually up and running and selling medical marijuana, that 4% sales tax is going to veterans programs. And there's nothing the legislature can do about that. This is a constitutional amendment. Legislatures as a whole and uniformly like to have their hands on money. They want to be able to get their grubby little paws on this. They want to get their grubby little paws on this, and they're going to. I think that we're going to see legalized or decriminalized marijuana recreational use within 18 months. Before we see actual medical marijuana available for sale in your neighborhood, the legislature is probably going to make a push toward passing recreational. And that's the only way that they're going to be able to control the money. So be ready for that. That's something that I think is going to happen. But I want to give you an update as to what is going on right now. Obviously, the emergency rules came out. Now, DHS has promoted on their website that they have started the general rulemaking process. Now, what the rulemaking process means is, as an administrative agency, they're going to establish the rules by which they will handle license applications, creating the forms, the criteria for evaluating. We have a framework in Amendment 2 that is now enshrined in the Missouri Constitution as Article 16. However, that framework doesn't give all the details about how the everyday things are going to work and happen. So what will happen is the DHSS is going to issue rules that are then going to be published in the Missouri Register, and I'm going to go ahead and give you the website for that as well. Anybody can review the Missouri Register. It is available on the Secretary of State's website at www.sos.mo.gov/ADRULES/MOREG. The Missouri Register is where all proposed rules are published, and there's a comment period. Now, in the exception of emergency rules, such as the emergency rule that DHSS released in December, which will be published in the January 15th issue of the Missouri Register. So what is coming up? The DHSS has identified a number of rule categories that they're going to be seeking and creating rules on. First is definitions. They're going to pass a rule that's going to define all the terms they intend to use in all of their rules. Second will be general provisions. They're seeking input on rules and suggestions for definitions, general provisions, qualified patient primary caregiver, medical marijuana establishments generally, cultivation facility, infused products manufacturing facility, testing facility, dispensary facility, seed to sale tracking, transportation, physician healthcare provider, taxation, penalties, and miscellaneous provisions. So they're looking to create all of these rules, and that's going to happen over the next few months. We'll see a lot of activity coming up. Now, DHS has promised they're going to be posting a lot of this to their website, and they will be published in the Missouri Register. So one thing that's really, really cool is on the DHSS website, they have a suggestion form. So if you have some suggestions to changes or additions to the draft rules, you can do that through the suggestion form. Now, I will tell you, they're not going to be able to change the text of the constitutional amendment. But what they will do is they'll draft rules as to how they implement that, how they interpret the clauses in the amendment. So that's where there'll be a lot of back and forth. And quite frankly, that's where the litigation that I expect is going to come in over the next 6 to 12 months. So this is a fantastic time for you to get involved and be a part of the rule formation for a brand new industry. Look at it, look it up, stay on top of it, follow this channel, click the subscribe, click the alert, and please click the like. We're going to keep you updated as these things come forward, and we are going to advise you as to what proposed rules are being sought. Now, I will say, as a moment of caution, before you spend a lot of money investing in medical marijuana, take a look at the playing field. I really, really think that if we follow the patterns from other states, that you're going to see legalized marijuana, recreational use, within 18 months. Getting into medical marijuana may give you a leg up in preparing for that. However, medical marijuana is a constitutional amendment in Missouri. It will take a constitutional amendment to change. So what is likely to happen is we're going to have a secondary platform that will run alongside Missouri's medical marijuana, and that will be recreational. And I expect that's probably not going to fall under DHSS. The state legislature is going to keep their hands on it. As always, if you're going to form a business, form a corporation, if you're going to get involved in the administrative tasks of seeking an application and licensing this summer, talk to an attorney, talk to an accountant. You can always contact competent qualified attorneys. You're going to need an accountant, you're going to need a banker, you're going to need some business planning. And if you're really serious about going that route, you should probably look at talking to your professionals and getting started on that process February, early March. Sooner is probably better. So thank you for watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the alert button so you know when our next video is out, and we'll be talking to you again soon.